Hey everyone, welcome back to some more Mechabellum. I'm DisturbingPuppet. So they had an update and included a new unit. So this is the War Factory, a giant mobile factory. You can see it is very pricey at 800 and has upkeep. So it's the only unit that has upkeep. Check, nothing else changed. So it's going to burn 200 of your points a round, which is pretty crazy. It does have a decent amount of health. So it does actually have its own gun with a splash range, ground target only. So skill-wise, I'm assuming like it doesn't say anything about it making anything, but it has skills that let it make stuff. So you will have to put additional points in if you want to actually make stuff. So you can go range enhancement, you can go armor enhancement, or every 10 seconds you can get a Phoenix. Pretty darn good. Phoenixes are a pretty reasonable unit. Very effective, very helpful. Or every 5 seconds you get a steel ball. So it's every 10 seconds 1 Phoenix or 2 steel balls. But you'll have to pay 800 to get it, 200 around to keep it, and then another 300 just to unlock the ability, which is pretty nuts. But my plan is to try the War Factory in a mission and see how it goes. I kind of feel like it's a huge point sink, so it may not be viable till late. We'll kind of see how it goes. I think I am going to, because I'm a little worried about this. I've been playing on insane difficulty. I think we go hard, and we're definitely going to switch this up. Let's see, Railway Town, Dusk, Railway Town Night. So there's really only 3. Let's go Training Base. We're going to go hard and see if we can actually get out the War Factory reasonably. I feel like at Insane you have to be very careful about what you pick and when, so it might be difficult to get it out. I feel like it'll be a lot easier to get out against hard difficulty, but I'm not sure. Like, it's a huge point investment. You do get a lot of points later on as rounds progress, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's a lot to kind of be putting out there. So it is a giant. So if we have a giant specialist, which we don't. Okay, so we've got elite specialists, extra 50 supplies in the first round, can recruit level 2s. We've got a cost control specialist, extra 100 supply every round, but the attack of all units is reduced by 13% and HP by 13%. That kind of sucks. Marksman specialist starts with a level 3 marksman. I like that. And speed specialist. I don't know that I've done the marksman specialist. Like, out of the options, I feel like that's probably the best one. It also goes steel ball and fang, and I haven't used the steel balls much, so I probably should do that. High speed and high HP unit that attacks enemies at close range with a laser beam gradually grown in size. The bane of all something. So can heal from its attacks, can get more range. Both of those are very good. Yeah, we'll go marksman specialist, I think. So I start with a super cool level 3 marksman. My super cool level 3 marksman, I am going to put on the left flank. So we've got fangs, which are good, just all around decent light units. Let's get a screen of fangs for the marksman. And then I'm going to put the balls over on the other flank. What does the enemy have? The enemy has arc lights and artillery. Okay, the artillery could be trouble. So I'm going to sort of stagger these guys slightly. All right, we've got 200 points to play with. I think we get more steel balls. Or we could just go ahead and go HP and attack. That's a good value for 200 points, I think. It is less units in the long run, but I think we'll be okay. Let's find out. So we've got fangs, arc lights. So my marksman is shooting at crappy swarming targets. Need you to be hitting other stuff. The arc lights are definitely a hard counter here. I'm still focusing on his little tiny crappy dudes. The artillery kind of wiped my little guys. On the other flank, we're not doing great, that's for sure. I'm killing off his artillery. He's about to take out my tower. Okay, we're gonna take out each other's towers here probably fairly soon after he gets mine. Okay. He still has a bunch of artillery and the arc lights, and my little dude is hurt, so I don't think we're going to get much value here. Oh, it looks like I'm just going right for the other tower first, while getting shot at by artillery. At least we're fast enough that we're avoiding a lot of the artillery. There we go. Alright, an early loss. Not too bad, we did a good amount of damage. Alright, round 2. Able to immediately recruit level 3 Phoenix. I do have to pay for it though still. Decrease recruitment costs of fortresses, but decrease fortress attack and HP. Not sure I like that. We'll go Elite Phoenix, I guess. That does mean I kind of have to unlock the Phoenix to get it. It does cost me a lot, and I can't even afford to get one. Alright, what I probably need. I feel like the steel balls did pretty well. Upgrading you guys. I mean, I'd like both of these upgrades long run. The fangs, what can we do? I can't get a shield for you, so that's really about it. That really matters. Definitely need something to kind of help out on the left. Give me some more steel balls. And I'm going to push them in to try to go after the artillery. Try to get them to go in quickly after the artillery. Then grab some fangs. And with the fangs, we're going to just sort of spread out guys, where we might draw some artillery fire onto his own dudes. Okay, he got one arc light. Arc lights are definitely trouble. Artillery coming in causing problems. So here we're avoiding most of the artillery. Got in. He's got steel balls versus our steel balls. I do have a lot of fangs here, but the arc lights are causing trouble. Come on, marksman. I need you to kill the big arc lights. Priority is the arc lights, not the little tiny fangs. Stop shooting little tiny fangs. Okay, come on, come on, come on. Snipe, snipe for the win. Ah, artillery piece got me. Over on the right, I had some artillery left as well. Okay, taking some damage, sure. Decreased upgrade cost of crawlers by 50. Interesting. Increased movement speed of units. Anti-interference. I'll take the anti-interference module for later, I think. So I have 600 points. Things are not going super well, that's for sure. I can go 600 and just go, like, range and healing with my steel balls, so all of them get that upgrade. That's pretty tempting, honestly. I'm going to do the healing. Then, so as we attack, we're going to heal from the damage that I do. Then we want more steel balls. Again, we're going to try to go for the artillery a bit. Just throw a bunch of steel balls up front. Then I don't have a lot of choice. Let's take another marksman, though. I feel like the sniper option is going to help me. Just to have them in the back, kind of thing. Yeah. We'll have him there, that's fine. Okay, I see all kinds of abilities and crap there. We are moving in with the balls everywhere. We should win fights with our balls now, because we're going to heal as we kill stuff. Our balls are doing better. We've got a bunch of these little dudes here that are going to cause some trouble. Doing much better back here with our forces. Artillery's all down. Arc light and some little swarmy guys left. Okay, unfortunately the swarm is left. We got the tower though, but he's got all these little tiny mechs. Okay, big one's down, so just the little fangs, so we're actually going to win this round. So we should, without too much trouble. Okay, so we got one in. 800 points. Acid Blast is tempting. Shield Airdrop also is tempting. I'm going to skip it. I need points. How much is it to unlock? It's 200 just to unlock the factory. That's pretty nuts. I need anti-swarm stuff. So it's tempting to take something that's going to help with that. Okay, we can get the extra range. It's now 500. Okay, so that's something that must be different. I would have sworn like it was 300 something before, so maybe after you've taken one, the next one goes higher. I don't remember it doing that before, but it could be the case that is how it now works. I'm not 100% sure if that's a new thing or not. I still have that level 3 Phoenix we can get, but that doesn't help me against all these swarms quite so much. We're at the point where I could get something quite useful, like potentially an Overlord to help me out against all these swarms. Or even a Vulcan would help a lot. And that's only 100 to unlock. Yeah, I need the crowd control. Let's get a Vulcan. And I'm going to put the anti-interference module on it. And I'm going to put you... Yeah, let's do a little offset here towards the center. Something like that. I've got some upgrades I can do. The fangs, the main thing I'd want to do probably would be the shield. Armor-piercing bullets isn't bad, though. The range isn't bad. Not the marksman, not the command center, please. Can even upgrade more electromagnetic shots, extra range, double shot. Each attack fires 2 bullets in succession, but increase reload time by 15%. That's not too bad. Do you have anything? We've got increase the attack by 125%. That's pretty massive. We summon a marksman at the same level as the Vulcan to fight with you. Cool. Pretty nice. Extra range. Let's go attack. So that's a pretty massive increase. So yeah, now it is more expensive, so there's additional stuff. So yeah, that's a pretty massive increase to the damage that he does. With 100 points left, we could upgrade one of the steel balls. We could upgrade my marksman here. That's a pretty massive improvement for only 50 points. And then I got 50 points left over I can't do anything with. But we'll keep those points. Increase movement speed of all units by 3 for this round, so we could do something like that. Increase number of units that can be purchased. Immediately obtain 200 supplies, get 300 fewer in the next round. Tempting. Yeah, I think if we don't spend it, we get to keep it. So next round, Is next round 4? No, this is round 4. So next round we get 1,000. All right, yeah, let's see how this goes. Oh, I've got fire coming in. That's a bit of a problem. We're already clear with a lot of these guys. My little dudes, not so much. Yeah, this guy's dying very, very slowly to my Vulcan. Burn! Oh, he's got a flyer over here too. Ooh, okay. Notice that. That's a bit of a problem because I don't have much in the way. He's got him on the flank. Don't have much in the way of stuff that can deal with flyers. We could get cheap melting points. That would help against the flyer. Upgrading units equipped with this no longer consume supplies. I think that's just the level up, not any other advancements and stuff. The mass-produced melting points is tempting, as is this. I don't usually like the decrease. We kind of need to get the manufactorum thing online, or what it's called, the what is it? The new thing, War Factory. That's what they're calling it. So yeah, 200 to unlock, then 800 to get. So I could just get one and then see what happens, but I feel like we're in kind of a bad spot if I do that. We don't have much that can deal with flyers other than my fangs and marksmen, and they're not that great at it. He isn't going to have the flaming artillery to come down. So we do have the enhancement module I could put on something. We could maybe put it on one of those steel balls to level it up. This can only attack ground targets. We're going to take these guys. But their job is primarily to attack this flyer to try to do something about it. Then I'm going to go ahead and invest the points to unlock the War Factory now. We can't get one, but we can get one later. So that leaves me 400 points. Then we put this on you guys, which feels like a bit of a waste, but that's a free upgrade. So every time these guys level up, we can do it for free. He's still going big on the swarms. Hopefully the Vulcan can deal with that. Let's grab more level 3 Phoenixes. Just to kind of deal with the situation back here, and then they can swing up and help out. There's no artillery coming in, so hopefully we'll be okay. So what does he have here? Photon cooling, reduced damage, and then the incendiary bomb. Okay, he's probably doing that protective coating thing. Yep. So our flyers here should take out his flyer, although he did do a bunch of damage. Yeah, his flyer's down, but now we've got the swarm to deal with. Vulcan in the center is doing okay. He's got another flyer back there, nothing else in my flank. There's too many of these swarm guys. That's kind of the problem. I'm still facing too many swarms. Once the swarms are dealt with, though, I don't think he's got anything else that can hit me with my flyers. So these guys can't hit flyers. The fangs can. I don't remember if this flyer can. So there goes that artillery. We'll take out his tower. Both my towers are down. Massively slowed down, but we'll nuke his tower here in a second, hopefully. Come on, guys. Why are you just floating there? Okay, so they can attack flyers. We did take that. He's down. The artillery is no problem. So depending on the fangs, because there's just so many of them, if they get close, they can start hitting me. There's just too many of them. Disappointing. Okay, 1,200 points. Let's see. Increase speed, less attack. Not a huge fan of that. I'm tempted, but let's just get the points, because I want to get this thing online, and it's going to cost me a bunch once we've got it. So 800 plus 300, so we can get it and give it one upgrade. So that it's going to start summoning something. That's gigantic. Holy crap. I think that's actually not a terrible spot for it, honestly. I'm going to put it in the back. So we can go with producing steel balls every 5 seconds, or we can go with producing phoenixes. I think we go steel balls. Then 150, I just can't use that much. Still haven't leveled up, surprisingly. These little guys, how much are they? 50? Sure, let's level up you guys in the front. And swarms are still a bit of an issue. But this arc light here is also causing me some trouble. So my Vulcan is focusing a lot on this arc light rather than hitting some of the other swarms and stuff. We'll see how this goes with the War Factory. Alright, give me more fangs, I guess. We'll just kind of throw you up front as cannon fodder. Shield, not so great. Flanking force there, nothing else on the other flank. Big guy is sending out steel balls, nice. My Vulcan just died. He's got a fortress on the left side, that's a bit of a problem. Yeah, my whole center just got wrecked. My steel balls, they're just kind of moving up and dying, it kind of seems like. Got nuked on the right. The swarm guys are taking out my flyers. The war fortress is pretty tough. I mean, I'm killing stuff, but not as effectively as I would hope. Hopefully I can survive this and get one more round off. Yeah. Okay. So I really have to win this round, kind of no matter what. Let's take the barrier. And then I've got nothing I can put the barrier on. Okay, that's a bit of a problem. So I kind of need to get another giant unit. We could grab a Vulcan and throw a barrier on it, I guess. But things are kind of looking rough. We can start pumping out Phoenixes as well. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. As crazy as that is. Then give me a Vulcan. Put the shield on the Vulcan. This Vulcan we're going to put right up there. Then with 200 points, what do we do? We could level up some stuff. I think that's a bit risky. Let's do more fangs, but I'm going to put these fangs over here to try to help out dealing with the units that are there. And then let's upgrade somebody somewhere. Alright, so we're going all in on the war factory here. Just massive numbers of unit production. As time goes by, hopefully the shield will help. Hopefully the additional swarm over here will help. Oh, he went hardcore on flyers on my flank. Well, that's awesome. So much for that. We're still getting wrecked by his fangs on this flank. Yeah, there's very little I can do about all of this. We can't even win here. Like, what is going on? Okay, take out the tower. That might buy me a little bit of time. Fangs are going to win that fight, even with the extra help I gave them. Even with all these extra units we're summoning. Yeah, we're just getting killed off. I think it's just too much of a point investment for the War Factory. Lose the tower, that's gonna be it. Alright, not so impressed with the War Factory there. I mean, I could have done some other stuff. We went really hardcore on production as fast as possible, and we still got wrecked. And I even dropped the difficulty down a little bit. I didn't take kind of the ideal stuff I usually like melting points and stuff. Maybe if you had a giant specialist, then it might work better, because it's going to decrease the cost you've got up front to get the War Factory. Maybe. Okay, we did get a tech point. Is there anything I would want on the War Factory? The other skill is Sledgehammer. Produces a Sledgehammer to join the battle every 4 seconds. I don't remember what the Sledgehammer is. Which one is the Sledgehammer? Oh, okay. The tanks. These are pretty good, very tough. So these can take a bit of a beating. The steel balls are good at killing single targets. These are more sort of area hit. Yeah, interesting. I feel like the artillery did really well in that fight as well. The artillery usually doesn't do very well for me when I've tried to use it because they just miss most of their attacks. I do like the combined options here. Like, maybe you could swap out steel balls for the sledgehammer. Realistically, I'm probably never going to take the range enhancement. So I guess we could do that. And then grab the sledgehammer instead. Alright. So let's try again. And see if I can make some use out of this thing now that I've kind of seen it in a bit of a battle. Because that was fairly quick. If I can get a giant specialist that decreases the cost of unlocking the big units, then that's probably the best. Yeah, we've got a giant specialist. So giants no longer consume supplies when being unlocked. That is perfect. That's probably the only way to really effectively use it. Start with fangs and stormcallers. We saw stormcallers actually doing pretty well there in that one. They've never really worked that well for me. What you gonna do? So we've got fangs and artillery. You've got flyers and arc lights to start with. Okay, that's a bit scary. Because you have everything you need to wipe out my units. Drop the artillery back a bit. And then fangs, I don't really want you rushing up quite yet. Have you back a little bit to try to even make some use of the artillery out of you. What do we want to do? We could grab a bunch of fangs. We could unlock a giant unit we can't use. Those are really my only options at this point. I mean, he's got arc lights and flyers. I could get my own flyers. These guys can hit anything. We could also go for Mustangs, which can hit anything. I really wish here it would show you the HP and stuff. So is a Mustang better than the Wasp? These guys cost 200. These guys cost 200. I can't unlock and get either one of them to start with. Could get a marksman that might help me with his units. Yeah, that might actually be my best choice. Grab a couple marksmen. Although his flyers, I think, have longer range. So we'll see how that goes. Alright, let's go for it. Let's see if our artillery actually does much. Yeah, see, they're sort of missing a lot of the attacks. Until the enemy stops moving, they don't really do a whole lot. So my marksman's down. Yeah, the flyers I can't really deal with. And we're all toast. Yeah, I need some more anti-flyer stuff. Increases the strength of shield devices by 40%. Improves steel balls. Increased attack and HP and movement speed, range, but increases recruitment cost by 50. That's pretty tempting. But I don't know if that really fits with what we're doing at the moment. Mass-produced fortresses, I don't have a recruitment cost for them, so that's not a huge deal. Let's take the enhancement module. That's pretty good. Are there any big units? So you're 400. 400. Where's the Rhino? So you don't count as a giant unit anyway. Okay. I think we go Mustangs. So the Mustangs can hit air and ground targets. They shoot a lot. They shoot quickly. If I can upgrade their range, then we'll be in a much better spot. I'm going to increase my own guys' HP a little bit. So we'll just do that for now. Not going to put this on anything for the moment. So what do we got? Let's see anything on the flanks. Okay, so he's got steel balls coming in. See, the Mustangs are engaging. Losing again on the left. Losing again on the right. Yeah, the artillery, I don't really think do that much early on. Need enemies to not be moving to actually get any hits in. Yeah, I need some tougher frontliners is what I need. Decrease tech upgrade cost of all units by 50. Or we can go with level 3 fangs immediately. That's interesting. Definitely interesting. Let's go reduced upgrade costs across the board. I don't have anybody that's ready to upgrade. Right, so 550. We can get an Overlord. Or we can go with a Fortress. He doesn't have a lot that can target air stuff, so I'm going to go with an Overlord, I think. And I'm going to plop you down. Out there. We'll take... Yeah, nobody's got an upgrade yet. That sucks. Then give me another marksman. Try to reinforce over here a little bit with the marksman. Got 50 points. We could do a shield. I'm just going to hold on to it. So he's not going on the flank. He's got those special flyers. Let's see how we can do here. Marksman should help me out here a little bit. We're doing fairly well here. Now that we've got this, we're able to kind of wreck the swarms a little bit more. Artillery can't do much. We almost got them. That's too bad. Doing better, but it's going to depend on the timing here. So now if we can take out his flyers, we're probably going to be okay. Yep, we're good. Nice. Okay, we actually got a win there. Okay, we're at 850. Electromagnetic interference with attacks is interesting. We can maybe put that on our flyer. Greatly increase the XP of designated squad to maximum value. Let's go charged ammo. And then charged ammo I'm going to put on you. While we're here. Upgrade. So we can help nearby units for 16 seconds. We can summon wasps. Kind of like the summon wasps. It's not that expensive either. Let's get another Overlord, I think, since we did that. Set you up there. Let's see. I don't really have a whole lot else I can do. With 150, we just grab another unit, I guess. Did I ever get... No, I never grabbed extra attack. Let's take another unit instead. Give me another marksman. We'll grab that upgrade next time. Hopefully. Okay, 50 points left. Just gonna live with it. He's putting a few things on the flank there. They're getting wrecked really quick, so not a problem. They are a distraction. Got a flyer, though, on the flank, too. Gonna lose my flyer here, it looks like. Yeah, his got trashed, but didn't get wiped out. Nothing left I can do against these flyers, so they're just going to wreck me. We almost got his big guy. That's too bad. Okay. Increase HP, but decrease range. That kind of sucky. I'm going to take the points. So we know we've got you guys out here. So we do have some upgrades, but they're on the artillery, it looks like. That's unfortunate. Right, let's get the attack buff for everybody. I'm going to go ahead and unlock the War Factory. I can take the War Factory. I don't know if I can get an upgrade for it. Let's take it. Yeah, it's just a little bit too much for me to actually be able to afford any of the upgrades. So the War Factory... can't attack air units, so I do want to be a little careful with it. But it would also help me against the swarms, I think. I'm going to move it back just a little bit off the front line. Then with the 200 points, I'm going to take more Mustangs, and we're going to try to take out his flyer with the Mustangs. No, not him. No, not him. The Mustangs. The Mustangs, thank you. Shoot right in there to sort of cause some trouble. Okay, that's sort of the idea anyway. We have the enhancement module at some point if we want to put something, but I don't want to put it on artillery. We'll put it on like one of these flyers or the War Factory. Okay, everything's basically the same on the left, nothing on the right flank. My War Factory at this point just is an artillery piece. It doesn't actually really do much. Okay, we got the flyer on the left. That's going to help a lot. He's got another one moving in. I think we're going to hold on the right. Oh, maybe not. We just lost our flyer. War Factory is down. Tower's down. That's going to weaken us a lot. That probably means we're doomed here. Yeah. Did do a good chunk of damage, but we took a big hit. We need to turn this around ASAP. The shield airdrop is tempting. I'm going to skip it, because I need all the points I possibly can here. Right. What's the priority? What do we produce? I think, again, the priority is probably Phoenixes. $200 for you to upgrade. That would help a lot. Let's do it. Get you leveled up. Such a big mess at this point. I really need a win here. I've got enough that I could grab additional production, whether it's steel ball or tanks. Let's go with tank production as well. Then we grab another sniper. Yeah, I'm trying to grab the sniper dude. Okay. It's 100 to upgrade the artillery, so that's all I can really do. Okay, let's see how it goes. Nothing through there, nothing through there. He is calling in a big strike. That's unfortunate. He's got a fortress. Pumping out units now. I don't know if that's going to be enough to save us. Probably not. I really wish it would just stay in the back and sort of just pump stuff out. Okay, everything on the right flank is gone. Factory is down. Yeah, we're toast here again. This is probably it. Yep. Yeah, so interesting. I feel like the War Factory, after playing with it a few times and trying to pump out like 3 units at the same time, it still wasn't enough to make up for the point value that I lost by picking it. It might be better to select the War Factory only in games that go really long where you're getting just astonishing amounts of points later. But it also could have been some of my choices about what I was picking to kind of deal with the situations. Like, I really should have upgraded the range of the Mustangs. That would have made a big difference, especially for a lot of these swarms coming in. The ground artillery would have been nice as well. Like, there's a lot of things I could have taken. I think just a bunch more overlords with this upgrade where they're spawning wasps. I think that would have been a better use of points than this and its upkeep, honestly. Yeah, I'm a bit torn on the War Factory. I think it's kind of an interesting idea, but I think only in those scenarios where things are going like really, really, really long and you just can't get much value or you need to push just a little bit more and you've got so many points you don't know what to do with them. That's kind of the point. Um, for those long running games that just go and go and go to the point where you're getting so much and you can only put out a couple of units each turn, why not do this, kind of thing. I do think maybe deploying it all the way in the back is probably the best choice because you'll get a few more units that way. Um, it is pretty tanky, but I mean, it can get upgraded. You can give it additional health, that kind of stuff. But yeah, I think deploying it all the way in the back just to get those extra units is probably the best call. All right, this has been more Mechabellum. Unfortunately, a couple losses for me today. So hopefully I will see you all again another time. Until then, have a good one.